All right, I'm going to show you how to construct a perpendicular bisector of a line segment. And I'm going to go right away with just the absolute basics on how to do it. And then I'll explain why it works. So all we're going to do is we're going to take our compass and set it so that it's more than half of the segment length. Doesn't matter how many more, just somewhere over here more than half. And I'm going to make a tick mark up here and a tick mark down here. I'm going to take the same compass length and go to the other point, and I'm going to draw another tick mark above and below. Okay, now to find the perpendicular bisector, all I have to do is connect these intersection points. And we can explain why this works, but the connection, this line right here, this line is for sure perpendicular, which means I've created a 90-degree angle, which really means I've created 4 90-degree angles, and it's the bisector. And that means that this length and that length are the same, which also means that this is the midpoint. The midpoint of a segment is exactly in the middle, okay? So that's how you do it. That is the most basic steps on how you find a perpendicular bisector to a line segment. Take it more than halfway, make a tick mark above and below. Same distance, above and below, and connect. All right, now let's go into explaining why this works. So now I'm going to make some more marks on here. What you're really doing when you make a tick mark above and below is you're really forming a circle. You don't even have to draw the whole circle, but it's fine if you do. Okay, so really what I did is I took this and I drew a circle from the right, and then I'll change the paper, and then I'm going to draw a circle over here. I want you to think about what we're really doing is all of these come back to that same thing. Okay, so really what you do is draw a circle over here, draw a circle over here, connect the intersection. I'm gonna say that again. This construction is as easy as that. Pick a circle, as long as it's more than half, draw a circle on this side, draw a circle on that side, and all we're doing to find the perpendicular bisector is connecting the intersections of these circles, here and here, okay? So what I want to point out is, why are we drawing a circle? Well, it turns out something really important. The radii, plural for radius, of a circle, radii of a circle are all congruent, meaning the same length. And so look at the first circle I drew, okay? Look at this distance. It goes from this endpoint, right, to the edge of a circle. That's the radius of the circle, okay? Now I made a circle on the left point. Well, this point to this point is also the radius of the same circle, which means that these two guys are the same length, which means that this point here is equidistant from both of these points, which does in fact mean it must lie on the perpendicular bisector. The perpendicular bisector, every one of these points is the same distance from the original 2 endpoints. Well, the same thing can be said about this. This also is the radius of that circle. This here is also the radius of that same circle. The reds are the exact same distance because they're the radius of the same circle. This circle is the right circle, this is the left circle, but they're the same size, so their radii are all congruent. And so this point down here is also equidistant from the 2 endpoints. So it must lie on the perpendicular bisector, which is why we take that point and we connect them, and now we have the line that we know is the collection of all points that are the perpendicular bisector. So we found the perpendicular bisector. Okay, that's kind of giving you reasons as to why that line is actually the perpendicular bisector and what we do. But to actually just do it, remember at the beginning, we just made a tick mark and a tick mark, a tick mark and a tick mark, and connected the intersection. But really, all we're doing is taking the intersection of a circle and a circle of the same radii and connecting the dots. And this is how we find perpendicular bisector of a given line segment.